Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nar from the Narport, back with another episode today. I'm here with my boy Colby Co from the Low.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm feeling great, man. And we had a fun weekend of college football, and that's what we'll be talking about today. So, starting off with the Colorado game, Colorado wins 31-26. Travis Hunter had an amazing game. Shadou Sanders threw 4 touchdowns. What is your biggest takeaway from that game?
My biggest takeaway, Shador and Travis Hunter, they showed me that in the college football, they're them guys. They're the top NFL prospects right now. They're both Heisman candidates. But for Colorado, I still don't think as a whole they're a championship team, maybe not a playoff team also, because the biggest weakness I see out of them and goes for defense and offense is their linemen. Their alignment is the weak link of the Colorado. It's the same thing from last year. Once they improve their alignment, then they keep on going. And alignment is more homegrown as to recruiting them. You're not really going to get linemen out of a transfer portal. You get them, it's not going to really be technically good to great linemen. Linemen is more recruiting wise. You get them straight out of high school and you groom them up. Getting them out of transfer portal is going to be kind of hard. When you come to transfer portal, you get more of your skill guys. So that's my biggest takeaway from them is once they improve their alignment, then Colorado as a whole will improve. Because even though Shador was looking poised in the pocket, getting the ball off, which he looked great and way better than last season, and he wasn't patting the ball so much, he was still getting beat up, getting QB hurried, getting rushed. So once that line improved, they'd be good. And they first sack didn't come to like the third quarter, second quarter, like end of the game pretty much. So once the linemen improve, Colorado as a whole will improve.
All right, I like your take right there. Travis Hunter, amazing game. At the fourth quarter, when it was 24-20, Travis Hunter had an amazing touchdown and put him up 11. That won them the game. Travis Hunter coming into the NFL draft should be top 5.
Um,
Introducing what you about to say?
you say he should be top five.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that he's a top five prospect, but at the same time, it's just as in what they're looking for him, DB or receiver. I agree that he can play both and he's excellent at both. But when it comes to NFL, are they gonna make him play one side? And I think whether that happens, it was gonna affect his draft stock.
Okay. So that's it for the Colorado game. All I gotta say is Shadou Centers played amazing. The defense, the offense, Coach Prime doing his thing. I love what I seen for Colorado. I expect a bounce back year. All right, moving on to the Clemson and Georgia game. Georgia wins 34-3. Georgia ran Clemson out the stadium. What is your biggest takeaway on that game?
Um, for Clemson has to get in the transfer portal. They gotta change their ways up. They have to it's newer day football. You can't keep growing your old way, Dabo Swinney. He has to get in the transfer portal. He has to start buying to NIL, and that's just the way it is. Like sometimes you want to stick to your philosophy and how things run, but when the game changing, the game can leave you behind, and that goes for players, coaches, and everybody that's in a professional sport or a very collegiate sport. So once that happened, they would improve. But the biggest thing for Clemson, in my eyes, yes, towards the end, they got their butt handed to. We keep saying Clemson lost and Clemson got beat 30-some points. The biggest thing we're not saying is Clemson was in the game for a whole half. And that's what really annoying. Like, if they're in the game for a whole half, they was doing something right. Georgia, my biggest thing for them, I said it last year, I said it again. In my eyes, they're not a number one team. They're a good team, they're a great team, they're a top 5 team, but they're not the number one team. I like Alabama over them. I like Ohio State over them. I like Texas over them. Yes, out of everybody in that top 5, top 6, top 7, they did play probably the highest ranked person, the highest ranked team. But at the same time, you supposed to show your number one team. And I like their offense. I think Carson Beck looked amazing. I like their receiving core. I like the D line, but the secondary wise, they look shaky. And I feel like when they go against a good pass team like Texas or Ohio State, it will show and they get exposed. That's my biggest takeaway from that game as a whole.
I like it. I like it. My biggest takeaway from the game was in the first half, it was a competitive game. It was 13-0, I believe. And then the second half, it was all Georgia. Clemson got a field goal, but I agree with you. Clemson has to do better. Coaching and then the play calling has to be better because they can't go out like this. They're a nationally ranked football team, and that should make the 12 football team playoffs this year. So when I'm looking at Clemson, they have to be better. All right, now moving on to the Miami and Florida game. Miami ran Florida out the stadium 41-17. Cam Hayward, good game. What did you see and what did you like about that game?
I like Cam Ward. I like the quarterback. I think right now he's the best team. He's not best team, best quarterback in the ACC that I didn't see so far going off of week one. That game overall, I do feel like Miami's ranked 17. What's Miami ranking? 17?
Miami's 19.
19.
Yeah, 19.
And Florida's unranked. You kind of should have seen what she's going in right there. Florida hasn't looked the same for years. They hasn't been the best team in Florida, in my opinion. Right now, they're like the third best team in Florida behind Miami and behind Florida State. But as of right now, Florida, they just have things to improve and things to work on. Are they a bad team? No. But are they far from being one of the best teams or a great team? Yes. But I do like how Cam Ward looked, and I want to see more of him going against higher competition towards the season.
Good take. I'm looking at Cam Ward stats. He threw for 385 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Cam Ward is a franchise quarterback, and I love what he can do for Miami. I feel like Miami is a really good team. They're ranked 19. They'll be in the playoffs. Cam Hayward will take them there. They got a good defense, good coach, good offense. So I expect a lot from this Miami team.
You say you think he's a franchise quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see more if I call him a franchise quarterback. I don't know. I gotta see him in higher competition because he did throw a pick, and it was a careless pick too. I feel like that pick could have been avoided, but I just feel like I gotta see more against higher competition, cause it's Florida. I'm not really finna say, oh, you're the best thing. You're a franchise going against Florida. You're gonna show when you go down the season and get the higher competition. But I think right now we can call him the best quarterback in ACC. But for him to say a franchise quarterback, I think we just gotta keep on watching him weeks to come.
Okay. Good point. Now moving on to the USC and LSU game from last night. What a game in Vegas. USC wins 27-20. Dog fight. I believe LSU should have won. What did you like from that game and your biggest takeaway? Do you feel like LSU should have won or they gave the game away?
I'm an SEC guy, so I will root for the SEC teams, but I do feel like USC had LSU numbered. LSU is the higher ranking team, but I do feel like USC, the way they was playing, the poise and how they was moving in the offensive wise, I do feel like overall USC was playing better than LSU. Biggest takeaways, coaching, Brian Kelly, post-game interview during the game. Their receiver, his name not coming to me right now. LSU receiver.
Take your time, you good.
His name real quick. Lacey. Big game in the first half. Second half, 2 targets. Like, what are we doing? If I'm the best receiver right now, you gotta feed him. That's what's working. He's torching USC defense. If that's what's working, keep feeding him the ball, keep feeding him the ball, keep feeding him the ball. That's what's winning you the game, and that's what's gonna get you to win. But during the second half, they can't away from that. I feel like at a point in time, they should have went for a field goal. I also feel like the clock management wasn't there too. I also feel like the sense of urgency wasn't there. They played too conservative when they needed to be aggressive. They played aggressive when they needed to be a conservative. So player-wise, I think LSU make mistakes. It'll be okay. Coaching-wise, I think Brian Kelly, it falls more on Brian Kelly than it does on the receivers, quarterback. And he put a lot of blame on the quarterback a little bit by saying his quarterback was outplayed. Now, Miller Moss, USC quarterback, had a great game. He looked good. But you put on the do that to your quarterback, that kind of bring down your confidence a little bit. And that's the only thing for Brian Kelly. And Brian Kelly's already receiving backlash for when he was at Notre Dame and the things he did there too. But USC, Zachariah Branch, he looked great. Quarterback Miller Moss, he looked great too. Their running back, Woody Marks, game-winning touchdown. He looked good. I think that USC team as a whole looked good, and they put themselves in a position to win that game every single trip. They had a missed field goal that could have came back and bit them, but they made it and turned around. They always put themselves in a winning position. So I think USC deserved to win that game more than LSU through the game. LSU made some major mistakes, but USC did put themselves in a winning position every single drive.
Yeah, I most likely agree with you on everything you said. USC deserved to win that game. I picked LSU to win, but either way, it could have gone either way, to be realistic with you. Brian Kelly, he had to do. Both teams had a really great game, offense, defense. This was more of a back and forth game, and I love what I see from both teams. So LSU is not a bad team. They are a really good team. They got the quarterback, they got the wide receiver, and I feel like LSU will be a team to surprise everybody this year. Anything else?
I don't think LSU will be a team to surprise people, but I do think LSU should be on watch out to either rise or fall. They're going to be a team that's going to be really bad or really good.
Good job there. Now we're moving on to the NFL. Week 1 of the NFL season kicks off Thursday night in Kansas City. We got the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're here to give y'all our predictions on who's going to win each game for week 1 and give us our thoughts. So I'm starting with you, Colby Co. Ravens, Chiefs. Who you got winning?
Ooh, give me. Where is that?
It's in Kansas City.
You in Kansas City.
Okay, I got the Ravens. I feel like Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to walk into that stadium with a chip on their shoulder. And I feel like the Ravens are going to win by a field goal, 27-24.
I feel like the Chiefs. I like the score. That's a great game. I feel like the Chiefs, when they play the Ravens week 1, I think they just take them too serious, and they always end up beating the Ravens. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just like when they play the Ravens, that's the one team their Chiefs team is healthy too. So I feel like at Kansas City, we know how Patrick Mahomes is at home. I feel like he'll take care of business and go ahead and push Lamar out of here. And another thing is, like, I want to see how Lamar and them is throughout the season because I just don't trust the offense right now. I think they're too run heavy.
Okay. Now, that's an AFC Championship rematch. Good game at Arrowhead Stadium. I got the Ravens. Now we move on to the Brazil game Friday night. Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. I like the Eagles in that game. Who you have?
I like Eagles. I don't trust Jordan Love. I think he's a good quarterback, but I think he's too overhyped right now. I don't trust Jordan Love.
It'll be a good game, though. I won't be surprised if the Packers win.
I think for the Packers, they don't have to necessarily win. I think for any Packers fan or Packers supporter, Packers staff, as long as you compete against some Super Bowl contending Eagles, I think you're in good looks. But if they go out there and look terrible or Jordan Love look terrible, then you start being worried for the season. As long as they compete, they should be good. And it's in Brazil, so it's not really no home field advantage either.
Yeah. Now moving on to the Sunday games at 1 o'clock. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Atlanta Falcons. As y'all know, I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. My boy Colby Co is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. It's going down in the ATL at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I got the Falcons. I already know he's rocking with the Steelers. So, what do you expect as a Steelers fan from this game?
I feel good compete. I feel like if we can go in Atlanta and beat the Falcons, which the Falcons is considered to be NFC South Division winner, we look good. I'm just saying, we go out here and beat the Falcons, we gonna look good. My confidence is going up. Now, if we go in here and we lose to the Falcons, it's the Falcons, bro. I just feel like, yeah, the team changed a little bit, but I just feel like the Falcons don't play second half football. And that's just how I feel. They played a great first half, but when it comes to second half, I just don't trust the Falcons. And Kirk Cousins, you guys see how they look with the Achilles. But as long as Russell Wilson go out here and produce, as long as we get a receiver core looking good, I fear that our depth there is a little weak. But as long as our receiver core looking good, and we get our run game going. Oh, I'm okay. We go ahead and beat the Falcons. My company is gonna be boosting. Super Bowl contenders, by the way. Super Bowl contenders.
Okay. I like it. When I'm looking at this game, I'm looking at Kirk Cousins making his Falcons debut. He just came off an Achilles injury. How long will he stay healthy for this season before we see Michael Penix Jr.? But otherwise, it's going to be a defensive game. Final score, I believe, will be 16-13. TJ Watt, he's going to get some sacks. You got Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates, one of the best safety duels in the league. So I like this game so far. Still
good game. Another thing, like, are y'all gonna have AJ Terrell travel George Pickens? Because if not, we good. If y'all don't have him travel George Pickens, we good. I like George Pickens over all y'all DBs, over y'all corners. As long as he don't travel George Pickens, we good. If AJ Terrell travel George Pickens, then that's gonna be a dog fight. And I like our run game over y'all run defense.
All right, good point. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams is making his Chicago Bears debut. I got the Bears. And who you have? Bears. Me too. I feel like Caleb Williams this year will lead the Chicago Bears into the playoffs. He has the team. He has the offense. He got the weapons. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, and they got a good defense as well, too. I got the Bears going 9-8 and making the playoffs. Any thoughts?
Agreed. I think for the Bears, I've been saying this all the time. They did what they're supposed to do for Caleb, what they were supposed to do for Justin Fields. They surrounded Caleb Williams with a team. So as long as Caleb Williams don't be a bust, I can see them going to the playoffs. I can see them making either a playoff push, being contenders, or getting to the playoffs. Now, if they get deep in there, no. As long as Caleb Williams is not a bust and that Bears defense, offense stays healthy, they can make a playoff run. I do see that. But I don't trust the Titans at all.
Yeah. All right. Now we got an AFC South showdown in Indy between the Texans and Colts. I got the Colts winning this game. Last year, this was a rematch of Week 18. Win and you're in. So give me the Colts.
You got the Colts beating the Texans?
Yes, that's my upset.
Why do you have them beating the Texans?
Why? Division rivals. I feel like they will split with each other. I got the Colts making the playoffs. Anthony Richardson's going to come back strong this year. The Colts are a good team in general. They got a good defense, good offense. Realistically, it can go either way.
If it's an upset, I don't see that being the upset. I like Texans. I think CJ Stroud is going to ball against the Colts. I love that. I don't think the Colts' defensive depth is there to guard 3 number 1 wide receivers. I just don't see that going well for them at all. You also got about Joe Mixon in the run game. Going to the offense for the Colts, I like AR preseason. He did look a little shaky, but I do like him. I think he'll have a bounce back year, but it's going to take some time to get adjusted to. They got Michael Pittman Jr. They got the rookie Donnie Mitchell. I just don't think they offense enough, and that defense still looks good from last year. I just don't think it's enough for the Colts. Now, I think the Texans might have some struggles going into the season, but not against the Colts. If they split, I can see a split, but not for week 1.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like CJ Stroud is going to have a good game. We're seeing the new debut of CJ Stroud and Stephon Diggs. That duo is going to be dangerous this year. So I can't wait to see that. Now moving on, we got an NFC South showdown between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. I got the Saints. The Panthers are going to be awful this year.
I got Saints too. I like Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young's gonna bounce back, but the Panthers team as a whole, I just can't trust them. I think Bryce Young will have a good. Cause I feel like Bryce Young got a little bit too much hate. His line let him down. I don't think Bryce Young was a bad quarterback last year whatsoever. I just think he was just rushed out the pocket so many times, and he had to make quicker decisions. But I like the Saints though. I think the Saints have a better overall team.
We agree. Now we got the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. I got the Bills winning this game.
Bills. That can go either way. I do think that can go either way. Because you got K1, Josh Allen, both offenses trying to get themselves together. I will say this. I think the Bills are a little bit overhyped because realistically, their team is not the same. They got really a lot of defensive pieces. They were number 1 and number 2 wide receiver was gone. So I just think the Bills are a little overhyped, and we're putting a lot on Josh Allen and the old Bills when that's just not them this year. So I do feel like the Cardinals can win, but I am going to take the Bills.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo. I got the Bills winning also. Like you said, I won't be surprised if the Cardinals win. You know, they got Marvin Harrison, the new wide receiver for Kyler Murray. He's going to be very special this year.
And yeah, I like Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he look good. But, you know, the Bills got Keon Coleman, so that can go either way.
Oh, yeah.
I can go either way. That I feel like that could be a dog fight. Let's just go down to defenses. Who defense better?
Yeah. Next up, we got the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm rocking with the Bengals.
Bengals. Don't trust Patriots whatsoever.
Yeah, Patriots going to be awful this year. 4-win team.
But I will say this. Bengals, if they struggle against the Patriots, that right there is going to let you know how the season's going to go. Because I do feel like the Bengals are not the same team either. They're a little overhyped also. And their offense, like, they said Jamar Chase going to play. We're going to see Sunday. That's not 100% guaranteed. My boy was in street clothes. So if they struggle against the Patriots, we're going to see how that works.
Yeah, I believe Jamar Chase will be on the field for the Cincinnati Bengals in week 1. He's seeking for a new contract, and they will get it done by the end of this week. Now moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, a Florida showdown. AFC conference teams going up against each other. I like the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah. I got Miami winning the AFC East this year. I feel like Tua's going to have a good season, and the defense, if everybody could stay healthy, the Dolphins are automatically winning the AFC East. Not automatically, but the Jets could win that division as well, too.
Do the Jets do they have the Monday night game?
Yeah, they got the Monday night game against San Francisco. We'll get into that shortly.
Okay. But yeah. I like Dolphins though. Mm-hmm. Jacksonville ain't got the defense for them.
Yeah.
Simply put, I ain't got to go through a whole analysis of that. Jacksonville just simply doesn't have the defense for Miami.
Yeah. And now the last 1 o'clock game, we got the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Now, this is a coin flip game now because McCarthy is out for the season. I'm still rolling with the Vikings.
I took Giants because of that reason. Just because of that reason, I took the Giants. My trust was in J.J. McCarthy. I don't trust Sam Darnold. So I'm going with the Giants. I feel like they can have a little better showing than the Vikings because I just don't trust the quarterback play. That's my only reason. I don't trust the quarterback play.
Yeah. The reason why I got the Vikings is because I don't trust the Giants. I don't trust Daniel Jones. I don't trust the offense. I don't trust the defense.
That's valid. That's a valid opinion.
So I'm still rolling with the Vikings. Now moving on to the 4 o'clock games, we got the Raiders taking on the Chargers, AFC West showdown in LA. Give me the Raiders.
Ooh, I got Chargers. Don't trust quarterback play from the Raiders. We seen how that get. We seen it all last year. Doesn't I do not trust Raiders quarterback play whatsoever. Give me the Chargers.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
Next up,
I think their
oh,
starting quarterback is Gardner Minshew also. So yeah, I'm not.
yeah, Gardner Minshew is their quarterback.
You said what?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew is their quarterback.
Yeah, that's starting quarterback. He beat out Jimmy Garoppolo. So yeah, I like the Chargers. Justin Herbert, new head coach and Jim Harbaugh. So yeah, I'll take the Chargers. I don't trust the quarterback play. Devontae, get that man some help. Get Devontae Adams some help. Straight up, get him some help.
I feel like this year, if everything doesn't go his way with the Las Vegas Raiders, he will request a trade.
See, good. Won't go. He ain't going his way. Come on, he won a ring. He said it in the receiver documentary that they did on Netflix. He wants a ring. Like he ain't getting no younger. He wants a ring. So yeah, he's gonna either request a trade, try to go to the Jets, try to go to see somebody that can contend, and he can also get his receptions and his yards. But yeah, I would like nine times out of ten, I'll probably pick against the Raiders every week just because I don't trust the quarterback play. I like their defense. I like Max Crosby and them. I just don't trust the quarterback play.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that was a coin flip game to me. I picked the Raiders because I don't know how the Chargers going to look on paper this year. Justin Herbert, he doesn't really have nobody to throw the ball to. I like how you point out the new coach, Jim Harbaugh. I feel like he will do a good job this year, getting to the Chargers wherever they need to be. I'm not saying they will make the playoffs, but I see them getting at least 8 to 9 wins.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Bo Nix making his Denver Broncos debut. Give me the Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I think they have a better overall team. I still don't trust. I think Bo Nix will look okay, but I don't trust the Broncos.
Agree. All right, now moving on to America's Game of the Week. This will be a very good game. The Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns.
First,
I got the
you got who?
The Cleveland Browns.
First off, let me say this. Can we stop making America's Game of the Week because America's football team is in there? Like I understand the Dallas Cowboys, but come on, man. This is not America's Game of the Week. No way we're making the Cowboys and the Browns Game of the Week, bro. I'm sorry. That's not Game of the Week. But that should not be Game of the Week. I like Cowboys. I will always say this. I trust them in the regular season. I don't trust them in the playoffs. And the reason I'm choosing against the Browns also, we got to see how Deshaun Watson play. It's been a little minute, so we got to see how he play. If he can be a serviceable quarterback or be a great quarterback like he was, we got to see how they play. As long as they play great, he played great, then the rest will fall in line. But I like the Cowboys, though. They play good in the regular season. It's just the playoffs, they're very shaky.
Yeah, that game could go either way. I got the Browns because it's in Cleveland, and I feel like that defense is going to be very hungry for Dak Prescott. Myles Garrett, I'll say he has 2 sacks.
That's a very reasonable stat line. That might be too generous, to be honest. He might have about 4.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Bucks.
This can go either way. I'll be straight honest. I chose the Commanders straight biasy to Jaden Daniels. I believe the Bucks. Like if my whole prediction is 100% is all right, and I get one wrong, and it be the Commanders and Bucks, I'll live with that. I chose that straight biasy Jaden Daniels. I can admit when I'm being biased. I chose straight biasy Jaden Daniels. I think he had a great debut. The Buccaneers is in Tampa Bay. That's a very winnable game. I just like Jaden Daniels, so I'm going to choose straight off bias. It would be the same way for the Vikings. If Vikings JJ McCarthy was playing, I was going to choose JJ McCarthy.
Agree. I feel like Jaden Daniels was going to have a good season with the Washington Commanders. And I ain't going to lie, I want the Commanders to win as well because I do not like the Bucks.
Yeah, you know, it's an NFC rivalry.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah, I just think Baker and Dale can have a good season, can play well, but I just like Jaden Daniels. I want to see him have a good season. and a great first game. And if he could tie it off with a win, I'd be okay with that. So yeah, I'm choosing Stroud Bisley, Jay Daniels.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just take the Bucks just because. Now moving on to the Sunday night game, we got an NFC wildcard rematch between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. In Detroit, Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford going up against their former teams. I got the Lions in this one.
Hey, first off, that's game of the week. That's all I say right now. That should be America's game of the week. And I want the Lions. I already said it. Y'all can be mad at me if you want to. I like Jared Goff over Matthew Stafford. Don't care. Give me the Lions. Lions have better defense. They got better offense. They got the running backs. You can argue receivers. That might be the only arguable thing because I think Puka Nacua is a game changer right there. And if you want to live off of the Cooper Cup, like he had a great Triple Crown season, all that, but he hasn't been the same since. So I like the Lions over the Rams 100%. You don't got Aaron Donald no more. You got to see how them guys play. Can Cooper Cup stay healthy and get back to how he was? Can Matthew Stafford stay healthy? Can Puka Nacua with that fluke rookie season, or can he bounce back and have a great sophomore campaign? Lions, they already proved to me they can do it. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year. They beat the Rams last year. I already think that Jared Goff better than Matthew Stafford. Give me the Detroit Lions at home, and that's game.
Oh yeah, for sure, no questions asked. The Detroit Lions can make it to the Super Bowl this year. They should have made it last year, but watch out for the Lions. They will be a.
I don't call them a black horse, but that's mine's like last year. I felt the Lions was a black horse. You really didn't have them getting all the way to the NFC Championship. This year, I'm not going to call them a black horse, but behind the Eagles, that's my second team. I don't trust the 49ers. So behind them, give me the Lions. As long as the Lions make great play calls and they big-time players. I seen this on ESPN today on Get Up. As long as the Lions big-time players make big-time plays in the big-time moments, they can win.
Agree. So we're both taking the Lions on that game. Now, last but not least, the Monday night football game between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers.
Part of me want to say the 49ers, but I'm going to take the Jets. It's at San Francisco too, right?
Right.
I don't have that on my phone. I'm missing them and I'm missing the Ravens and Chiefs, but I'm gonna take the Jets. Aaron Rodgers still Aaron Rodgers. Garrett Wilson is Garrett Wilson. Like Brees Hall, I like the defense. So yeah, give me the Niners. Gotta lose the game. I thought they lose one. It's to the Jets. If the Jets win, it'll be a great campaign start for them. I like the Jets as long as that team stay healthy that whole game. And for the rest of the season, the Jets going to look good. So, yeah, give me the Jets.
Yeah, it will be a good game, though. I won't be surprised if the Jets win. Aaron Rodgers, I hope he can stay healthy because that 49ers defensive line is strong, and they will come after him.
Yeah. It's more so of can the linemen protect Aaron Rodgers? And I think the lineman is what takes the Jets to the Super Bowl. If they would be Super Bowl contenders, it's based truly off their linemen.
Yeah. But otherwise, that's it for the week 1 predictions. Is there anything else you got to say or anything that you'd like to point out?
No, man. Appreciate you having me come on, bro.
You're welcome. And that concludes today's show today. Thanks for everybody that joined. Thanks for all the support. I'll be back next week to recap all the week 1 NFL games. Once again, this is my boy, Colby Co, Code for the Low. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram, TikTok, and his YouTube. He has a podcast as well. And that's it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Have a good rest of the week.
You too, bro.